today's first round coverage. Our first game of 8 games over the next 2 days is going to be the College of the Ozarks Bobcats taking on the Northwestern Red Raiders live on Striv Sports, brought to you by the Omaha Sports Commission. Oh, and we have a fantastic 2 days of hoops in front of us, starting with this highly contested matchup between two teams receiving votes in the top 25, starting with College of the Ozarks. They're a rebounding team. They're very, very good in the paint. They're going to give Northwestern problems. What are some of the things that College of the Ozarks need to worry about today to come away with a first-round win?
Well, they need to be sharp, like you mentioned. They haven't really played a whole lot this year. They only have 9 games to their record compared to Northwestern, and they're 27. So, there still might be a little bit of rust with that squad, but they need to play to their strength. Like you said, rebounding team. College of the Ozarks, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. 4th best in rebounding margin in the country at plus 14 a game. 77 more offensive rebounds than their opponents. 5th in total rebounds per game. 9th in offensive rebounds per game. And 13th in defensive rebounds per game. This is a team that uses its size and its dominance inside of the paint to really get their second chances. If they want to have a chance today, they're going to have to keep doing that, while at the same time they have to guard the perimeter. They need to make sure that the Red Raiders do not have a good day defensively. Get hands in the face of the shots, no open looks, because this Red Raider team can shoot the basketball, and that's what they want to do. So if you can prevent that, if you can guard the perimeter, make sure that you have to go inside of the paint against the Bobcats. College of the Ozarks might have a shot here.
Yeah, Northwestern, as you said, 22nd nationally. 34.9% from 3. They shoot the ball well, a lot more seasoned than this College of the Ozarks team. As you said, they began their athletic activities on February 2nd, so College of the Ozarks a much shorter season, but Northwestern won 17 of their last 21 games. They are red hot. They dropped one to Concordia in the GPAC tournament, but they have been on fire lately, all behind the production of Sammy Bloom. What does Northwestern need to do today to come away with a win over College of the Ozarks?
Well, kind of the flip side of what I was talking about beforehand. They need to play to their strengths. They need to be able to shoot the basketball, get those open looks, ball movement around the perimeter, make sure that the Bobcats can't get a hand in the face. They can't keep up with the ball movement around, and they also need to make sure that they get their own rebounds. They cannot let this Bobcat team dominate the paint like they want to do. The Red Raiders probably are the favorites just because they have more games under their belt. They have more experience so far this season, and they have a little bit of momentum. As you said, they've won a lot lately. Started 0-6 and then 17 wins from their last 21 games. We've seen what starting 0-6, 0-11 can do to a team when you start to get wins. You start to build up games and you start to win games at the right time and get hot at the right time. You saw that with Western Illinois men's soccer back in 2019. Can we see that with the Red Raiders today? I say yes, but they need to rely on their top 3 players. They need to rely on, like you said, Sammy Bloom having a good game. Molly Shaney, they need to have her be lights out in the paint. They need to make sure that she dominates the Bobcats inside. And Devin Kemble, I'm excited to see this player play. Like you were telling me earlier, a shooter. A pure out-and-out catch-and-shoot player. She seems like she's going to be really exciting to watch. If those 3 can have a big day for the Red Raiders, it might be quite the raid this afternoon, or this morning, I should say.
And both teams have a history of playing each other at the national tournament since 2007. 5 times these teams have met, and it is a 3-2 advantage in favor of Northwestern. Most recently in 2019, a controversial buzzer beater, giving Northwestern the edge over College of the Ozarks, so probably a little bit of bad blood between these two teams. But really quickly, looking at the bracket setup this year for the NAIA tournament, a little bit of a shift. This is the first time since 1990, 1991 that it's one division now for the NAIA national tournament, and now instead of 64 teams, it's down to 48 with 8 6-team regional pods, kind of like what we're seeing here with Omaha having 2 pods right now. And it's going to be interesting because obviously the winner of each pod goes on to the round of 16, so it's going to create a little bit of a different feel this year for the NAIA tournament. Obviously, some teams in here trying to pull off some crazy runs. Obviously, on the men's side in Omaha, Bellevue just making it to this tournament for the 2nd time in the last few years. A lot of different teams trying to, take this unique approach, this unique style to the bracket and make the best of it, trying to make it to the round of 16 for the women's side. The round of 16 going to take place in Sioux City at the Tyson Event Center. That is the prize for these teams if they are able to win. And for a moment, we are going to take a quick break and observe the national anthem as well as the starting lineups when they commence.
Good morning, basketball fans, and welcome to DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska for the opening round of the 2021 NAIA Basketball National Championship. At this time, we ask that you please stand, carry your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Welcome to today's contest. The Omaha Sports Division and the NAIA are committed to promoting character-driven intercollegiate athletics. The NAIA Champions and Character Program empowers student athletes, coaches, and officials, and fans to demonstrate at all times what character truly means in a competitive arena. Please refrain from using profanity as a support of your team. The NAIA encourages respect between opponents and sportsmanship in all contests. Thank you for your support and enjoy today's game. At this time, let's meet the starters. First, for the visitors, Northwestern College. Number 15, Taylor Vanderbilt. Number 21, Sammy Blum. Number 31, Alexis Turi. Number 32, Devin Kimball. And number 34, Molly Shady. And now, let's meet the home team, College of Ozarks. Number 1, Kira Hardesty. Number 15, Annie Noah. Number 21, Michelle Gavani. Number 22, Kaylee Frank. And number 30, Jordan Wersinger. Today's officials are Jeremy Dew, Josh Matson, and Kevin Schultz. Now let's play NAIA opening round basketball.
Indeed, let's get this game underway. We have a big one in front of us, our first game of our two-day coverage, 8 games in total. And Owen, any last thoughts before we get this NAIA action started?
Now, you and I were talking earlier about the differences logistically in this year's NAIA basketball tournament, and you were asking me, how do I think the players are going to react to it? It's March. It's knockout basketball. Logistics, where you're playing, how you're playing, who you're playing next, does not matter. It is who you are playing today. Both of these teams desperately want to get into that next round. Doesn't matter if they have to win a pod, a bracket, an entire tournament. They just want to get out there and play, and it's incredible the work that has been done behind the scenes to get these players back out on the court and to make sure that we have postseason basketball this year. It's going to be a thrilling game. I am excited to see these two go head-to-head. Two, like we're talking about, contrasting styles. One team wanting to dominate the paint, one team wanting to dominate the perimeter. It's the immovable force, the irresistible object. This is going to be a fun one.
It's going to be a fun one indeed, as we are about to get this set, an entire season of action, all leading to this point. Omaha, Nebraska, DJ Sokol Arena, these two teams looking to advance to Sioux City, Iowa for the round of 16 in the NAIA National Tournament, as both teams await to head on the floor for this game. And obviously a huge stack of games. The next one in front of us is going to be Jamestown taking on Bellevue. For the men's side, it's going to switch men's and women's throughout the day. We have a tightly packed schedule all day long, about 2 hours between each game, an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we will constantly have coverage the entire day. Stay tuned to Striv Sports, powered by the Omaha Sports Commission all day long. We will have action for you left and right. As both teams just talking to the coaches one last time before postseason basketball begins. March is my favorite time of year, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Live at the DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska, home of the Creighton women's basketball team. The officials now take the floor, as does College of the Ozarks. The Bobcats coming into this game 8-1. Only 9 games on the season. Their season started on February 2nd due to COVID, whereas Northwestern has had a long season in front of them. 27 games played, and they lost in the semifinals of the GPAC tournament, trying to make something happen. One of the 11 at-large bids received, and they want to take advantage of it here. College of the Ozarks, Northwestern, underway here at DJ Sokol Arena. Northwestern wins the tip, and it's going to be Sammy Blum getting things started. Ball's going to go on the right wing. It's going to be Kemble. Kemble back to Blum. And they get it inside. Double team early on, and a nice block, but a jump ball called. Early on, the defense kind of packing it in. Possession does go to College of the Ozarks, but you like that interior defense early on. Yeah, that was brilliant by Noah just to get in there, get a hand of the ball. And like we were talking about earlier, College of the Ozarks, a physical team inside. They're going to want to do that all day. And good opening test for the Red Raiders. Now it's time to see what the defense can do. And that's going to be a jumper no good from Gabani. Gabani not really one of the scorers on this team, only 4.5 points a game, but does crash the glass hard for that Bobcat squad. Now looking for the first bucket of the game. Northwestern trying to get some offense going. Blum catches off the curl. Little turnaround floater in the lane. The basketball roll gets it to go, and we have our first points of the game. Sammy Blum off to a great start here for Northwestern. Yeah, good jumper. Barely getting it in there off the back iron. Lucky drop there, but early on here, the Red Raiders were able to get that opening shot that they wanted. And now College of the Ozarks going the other way. And the shot no good. Blum's going to take it back the other way. The first team all GPAC selection. 13.5 points a game. Nice back cut there. A reverse layup block, but a foul called on the play. Great backdoor action there. And not as great help side defense there from College of the Ozarks. They need to be a little bit sharper if they want to get that stop. Yeah, and that's usually something we've seen from College of the Ozarks. They're usually pretty good at keeping teams on the perimeter and making sure there's no easy lanes to run into. But that was a well-worked play and a well-placed and well-timed run down the wing. First free throw good. Second one up and no good. Fight for the rebound is going to be won by Annie Noah, and a foul on the play. A little bit slow to get up. Looks like she is fine. So now a 3-0 Northwestern advantage here early on. Northwestern, the 3 seed in this game. As I said, one of the 11 at-large bids. College of the Ozarks winning their conference tournament. The 2 seed looking to get their first bucket of the game. Werzinger hands it off. Trying to get something going. Nice defense here from Northwestern. They're just packing it in. 3 on the way from Werzinger. No good. And now a little bit of tempo here from Northwestern, trying to get some extra possessions in this one. Ball's out on the left wing. Into the block, out of bounds. Possession stays here. 8:11 to go here in this first period of action. Northwestern with the only 3 points in this game. They lead 3-0.
That's a duel that I'm going to be excited to see all morning long. Shaney and Noah inside.
And a bucket there. I believe that was Shaney. So now 5-0 advantage for the 3-seeded Red Raiders. They are looking very good here early on. They get the ball inside, looking to use their size. Annie Noah up and under, gets the first bucket there for College of the Ozarks. Nice move there from the center, who's having a very good season. Now coming back the other way. Northwestern really looking to up the tempo in this game. Kemble now a little ball reversal to the left side. Blum's gonna take a 3. That one no good. Nice offensive rebound, up and good. There is the work from Molly Shaney, the first team all GPAC selection. 6.5 rebounds a game, gets a huge offensive board there. And now College of the Ozarks almost loses it. Northwestern really amping up the tempo here. Jordan Werzinger looking to go to work. Kicks out opposite. And now a drive here, layup up and no good. That was Kaylee Frank, the sophomore guard from Stratford, Missouri. could not get that layup to go. Now the other way, Northwestern looking to build on this momentum. They get inside, quick turnaround, just a tough look. That double team came in there, and she kind of forced it on that one. Looked for maybe to take a dribble and have a little patience as we see our first subs of the game from Northwestern.
Yeah, we were expecting a lot of half-court offense from these two teams. We weren't expecting such a fast-paced start to this game and high tempo coming from Northwestern. The Red Raiders really looking to come out firing today as they get one down low. Well-worked play by the Red Raiders to extend the lead.
Easy cross screen to get Sammy Blum wide open on the block, and it is all Northwestern here in the opening 5 minutes. 9-2 Red Raider lead. Pass out is going to be tipped out of bounds by Blum, and the defensive pressure has just been amped up. And you want to stop a team from having good interior play, just ball pressure, and make them uncomfortable. And that's what we've seen so far from Northwestern.
Yeah, Northwestern came out with the one singular game plan, and that was to put the Bobcats on the ropes early on. And so far, they have not been able to get out of their own corner.
And now Frank with it. Frank trying to drive right. Creates a little bit of space, layup up, no good. Trying to fight for that rebound, can't get it. Last touch off of Frank. Northwestern in the driver's seat early on. You have to anticipate that College of the Ozarks has a few runs up their sleeve, but right now Northwestern in control. They get the ball inside. They keep trying to work their inside-outside game. Cross-court pass back inside, layup up, no good from Shaney, and the rebound just goes through the legs of Blum. Werzinger, the leading scorer on this team, takes an awkward jumper from the elbow. That one no good. Blum trying to come back the other way. Blum's on the right wing getting things started. Some ball reversals. Ball's up, no good. Both teams kind of in a bit of a dry spell right now. College of the Ozarks just 1 of 6 from the floor to start this game. Nice little pass off the screen and the layup, good. Nice bucket there. I believe that was Annie Noah. First bucket of the game for her, 2 points, and immediately Noah's going to have to play defense on the other end. Ball's inside. Quick work, and Molly Shanky's layup no good. Coming back the other way is Hardesty. Hardesty, one of the 3-point threats on this team, gets to Noah, who's going to take a jumper from just inside the line, no good. And that's going to be a rebound. Kaylee Frank up, no good. And now still fighting for it. Werzinger gets a save and gets it back in. Nice effort here from the Bobcats, but a block ends the possession from Northwestern. Nice job there. That was Emily Danner with the block. Ball's into Taylor Vandevelde. Little ball reversal to the other side. They're looking to move it. Danner's going to hand it off. 10 on the shot clock here. Northwestern's going to need a bucket. Coming off a screen, nice roll. Layup's going to be tipped out of bounds with 5 on the shot clock. And that was Jada Cunningham trying to get to the rim there as we see some more subs come into the game.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking off. Annie Noah down low for the Bobcats, but also I believe Shaney going off as well. So the 2 units inside stepping off, and they'll let 2 other players duel it out in the paint and give themselves a nice needed break.
And that was Maddie Danner on the catch, was fouled. So now a fresh 20, kind of a break there for Northwestern. Gets out, screens the corner, the layup up, no good. Offensive rebound here. Put back no good as well, and it's going to be tipped out for another fresh possession here for Northwestern. Danner surveys, she's going to skip it opposite. Cunningham drives in, another pass opposite. Now the 3 on the way. That one just rattles out, but another offensive rebound. This one's Heemstra. Excuse me, that's Noop. Now gets it back in the block. Nice little fake, and one finish there. Nice job there from Hannah Narem. Gets her first bucket of the game with emphasis, and now it's 11-4 advantage. It has been all Red Raiders early on.
Narem with a sharp turn to just create that extra half-inch of space that she needed to get that one to go. The shot looked a bit aggressive. I thought it was going to go off the board and out as the free throw a little bit too aggressive and rolled in and out, but that was just such an intelligent play and such a quick play as well. Northwestern, like you said, it has been all Northwestern in the first 6 minutes of this game.
Yeah, now the Bobcats trying to get something going here. Werzinger on the left wing. Little ball reversal. This ball pressure has been immense so far from Northwestern. 3 on the way from Frank, and she gets it to go. 11 points a game, third leading scorer for this Bobcat squad gets a big one to go there. And now on the other direction, Narem again. 4 points. Couldn't convert on the and one earlier, but she is having a quick start for this team. Only 4 points a game on the season, 4 already in the first quarter. And an offensive foul inside. I believe that was Grace Stager on the play with the offensive foul. So now 13-7. The big 3 from Frank on the previous possession makes this a 6-point game, and it brings it kind of competitive again. Baseline drive, kicks out opposite, 3 on the way, and a big response, and a bit of a fist pump there as well. That was Taylor Vandervelde, excuse me, with the bucket there, and a big response right back to 9 points for the Red Raiders.
Bobcats just look like they don't have much of a response to the Red Raiders' opening raid so far. They have been all over on both ends of the court, and like we were talking about earlier, it was going to come down to who is able to operate not only their strength, but who's able to best the opponent at their strength. So far, the Red Raiders have gotten a lot of rebounds down low. They've been getting their own boards, getting second looks. That is important.
And we've seen on these last 2 possessions, too, Hannah Narem fronting inside. She picked up a foul on that last possession, trying to do so as they get it inside, and a block. Another example of the interior defense coming up huge for Northwestern early on. They take it back the other way. Sammy Blum back in the game for Northwestern. Little bit of ball movement. This Northwestern team has a lot of momentum. Pass inside, tipped out of bounds. Possession stays here. That was last touched off of Jordan Werzinger. In a game like this with the season on the line, you need to play your best. And the Red Raiders have done that early on, definitely playing to the weaknesses of the Bobcats, but the Bobcats still hanging around here early on. Out of the out-of-bounds play. Blum pump fakes, dribbles in, kicks out opposite. That's going to be a deep 2. Foot on the line, still connects. Northwestern on a roll. It's now a double-digit lead, the largest of the game for Northwestern. They lead by 11. 18-7, 2:18 left here in the first quarter. Right now, just trying to get anything going, and a turnover. Nice bounce pass, threading the needle other way. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, recovered. So possession will stay here. That was Maddie Jones on the play, trying to drive in on that layup.
Braden tracking back, making sure not to give up that easy layup. Commitment there from the 5'6" freshman guard.
And it has been a hot start, as you said, Owen. 18-7, 2:07 left here in the first quarter. I mean, you can't really ask for a much better start. We talked about before the game, interior defense was going to be the key for the Red Raiders, to make this a game, and they have done that so far, making things really difficult for Annie Noah. She had the 1 bucket early on, but they are fronting inside, and that is making it a storm to weather for the College of the Ozarks. They have a tough task in front of them, still in the game, but have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and I think something that's going to come down kind of down the stretch, not necessarily we'll see in the first quarter, but as we get later on in the game, is the depth that the Red Raiders have. You look at the bench, and they have a lot of players to come off the bench and just to offer their top players just a bit of a break. You look at the Ozarks bench, the Bobcats, they're depleted. They haven't had much of a season. They're not that deep on, not necessarily talent pool, but just numbers in general. They can't get as many bodies the rest that they need out there. So that's going to, fatigue is going to be a huge thing to deal with as we get later on in this game.
Yeah, the Bobcats only have 8 players that have played all 9 games this season. Annie Noah off the roll, gets it to go. They might be able to get the wheels turning for her. And if they do, this could be a different game, but Northwestern trying to quickly respond the other way. Little ball movement. Jones gets it inside. Nice cut here, layup up and good. They are making it look easy off the ball. Nice ball movement there. The layup good from Alexis Turing, the junior, with her first bucket of the game there. And now the other way, almost forcing another steal. Northwestern really trying to put their foot on the throttle and put the Bobcats on their backs early on. Pass inside, layup up and good from Kaylee Frank. Another bucket from Frank, this one in the interior. Not as much where they like to play for her, but for the rest of the team, that is where they operate. Ball inside the other way. Northwestern, nice little Dirk Nowitzki-esque jumper layup, no good on the putback, but now Sammy Blum Going to get the offensive rebound, takes a three off the offensive rebound, off the top of the glass, 58 seconds to go, and possession going to the Bobcats, 20-11. As bad as this first quarter has been for the Bobcats, they are still within striking distance. 20-11 the score.
It's not completely out of it for the Bobcats, but they need to start executing in the paint. They need to start getting these rebounds inside because the Red Raiders haven't been perfect when it comes to shooting from the floor. They need to get those looks. They need to cut down on the second chances that they keep giving the Raiders to put points on the board.
Frank gets a screen here. They try to slip the screen to Noah, but that's another turnover. It has been a forgettable first quarter for the College of the Ozarks. Only their third turnover of the quarter. So far, of the 9 made baskets for Northwestern, 7 assists. They have done a great job moving the basketball, and Sammy Blum, 3, no good. Shot clock is dead. College of the Ozarks going to get one last shot here this quarter. And right there trying to force it a little bit was Maddie Braden. Braden's going to be with it, one of the 3-point specialists on this Bobcat squad. Gets it out to Werzinger. Werzinger trying to go one-on-one. Skip pass. Frank gets it inside. And a foul on the play is going to send Katie Mays to the free throw line. Nothing doing in this game for Mays. And on the season has played in all 9 games, 6.1 points per game. 5 for 10 from the stripe on the season. First one, no good. They're going to need little baskets like that throughout this game, especially in a tightly contested national tournament competition. You need every little break you can get. Second free throw, good. Now down to an 8-point deficit for the Bobcats. Last possession here for Northwestern. 5 on the clock. Can they get a shot? Coming off the screen is Jones. Jones in the lane, a lot of contact, offensive foul. Nice momentum shift at the end of the quarter. I believe that was Kaylee Frank taking that one through the chest. Offensive foul, 1.1. We'll see if the Bobcats can get one last look here. They're going to throw it in and let the clock run out. They got a shot up after the buzzer, but that will take us to an intermission. Second quarter coming up shortly. It is 20-12. The Red Raiders on top of the College of the Ozarks. We will be back in a moment for second quarter action.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
Back into the DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska for our opening round NAIA National Tournament coverage. Matt Kirkle and Owen Godberson here with you. First quarter in the books. 20-12 Northwestern on top, and in that first quarter we saw Northwestern play big. That's what they needed to do to come on top, and we saw College of the Ozarks struggle to get anything going. They had a little bit of momentum towards the end of the quarter. Maybe they have some life in them, but Northwestern did their game plan they needed to execute in that opening quarter.
Yeah, and that game plan was to rattle the Bobcats early on, put them on the back foot, make sure that any chance that they get, any look that they even want to potentially try and open up, they need to work hard for it, and they need to put the Bobcats, like I mentioned, they're rattled. They have a lot of pressure right now just because of the high tempo that Northwestern started this game with. The Bobcats, they're a good team. They just need to settle it down a little bit, take their time, get themselves back in it. They're, like you said, it was a pretty poor opening quarter from the Bobcats. They're still within 8 points. This game's not done and dusted for College of the Ozarks. They just need to slow the tempo down a little bit, play their brand of basketball.
And out of that possession, Emily Danner with the jump ball on the rebound attempt. So another stop here from the Bobcats. We'll see if they can string it into some points on the other end. Kaylee Frank's going to get us started here for College of the Ozarks. And again, ball pressure being the name of the game defensively for Northwestern. It's something they've done a lot in the first quarter, and they're continuing to do so now. Into the paint. A nice little turnaround, that one, no good. Danner with the rebound. That miss coming from Katie Mays. Danner gets it inside. Now a face-up, working inside, up and around, layup, up and good off the middle of the glass. And that's going to be Alexis Touring. 5 points on the game. 2 of 3 from the floor, now out to a 10-point lead. 22-12. And a double screen action. Bobcats trying to get anything going offensively. And her pass tipped and stolen. Now a breakout opportunity. Sammy Blum all by herself. Layup in transition. And the lead is doubled. 24-12 with 8:45 to go in the second quarter. Kaylee Frank needs to get the fuse ignited for this Bobcat squad. National tournament at stake. Trying to advance to play the winner, or I should say play Clark tomorrow, who awaits the winner of this game. Clark, the number 8 team in NAIA. Nice entry pass inside. Annie Noah gets the finish. And that's what they want to do. They want to lob it over the top and catch you sleeping. And now quickly the other way. Emily Danner's going to take a 3. The miss long on the play. Possession goes the other way. And we've seen Northwestern do a lot of that early on. They want to get the rebound, or if they score, they want to get it out, push it in transition, see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
Yeah, full court offense. It's something that's working so far to not only, up their tempo of the game, get the ball down the court quickly, get those transition points, but put College of the Ozarks behind the 8 ball and really test them early on. And College of the Ozarks, to their credit, offensively, they've gotten a couple of looks so far this quarter. They just haven't quite been able to capitalize on the opportunities.
And another miss and a foul on the rebound attempt. And the foul's on Annie Noah on the play. Just 5 of 16 from the floor to start this game for the Bobcats. For Northwestern, 11 of 27. They've gotten 10 more looks from the floor. A lot of offensive rebounds, kind of unexpected. Ball into the paint. Touring kicks it out to Danner. Danner, tough drive, layup in traffic, just rims out. And we've seen a lot of baskets like that today that just barely rim out. You have to credit it probably to the nerves of finally making it to the national tournament. Dribbling over, nice back cut. They couldn't get it to go. Ball inside, Noah's gonna face up, jumper no good, rebound from Danner. Danner doing a great job on the defensive glass right now. 3 rebounds in the last few minutes or so, and now an offensive rebound there from Cunningham. Northwestern's gonna get another look and a foul on the floor. Nice job there. Excuse me, that was Taylor Vandervelde with the offensive rebound, but either way, gives Northwestern a second chance, and now they're gonna get it underneath. Subs coming into the game. Annie Noah coming out for the Bobcats. Coming in is Grace Steger. Little 4-low setup. Out of bounds play. Blum with a drive. Tough layup. No good. Both teams just struggling to find the bottom of the net so far. Northwestern leads by 10. Bobcats keep going to this double screen action. They like to screen and roll up top, see if they can get anything going. Worzinger turns down, throws it off the side of the backboard. Offensive rebound up, no good. Northwestern trying to capitalize in transition. They throw up the floor to Vandervelde. Vandervelde layup, no good. But it's steal on the other end. Now it's Cunningham going up, and one finish. Jada Cunningham gets the layup to go and extends this lead to 12 for the Red Raiders.
You look around DJ Sokol Arena, Creighton attire everywhere, blue and white. This is a Red Raider home game, essentially. So many Northwestern fans making the trip down 29 from Orange City, and they have let their team know today that this is their ball, and they have been playing phenomenally to this hometown crowd as well.
Free throw good from Cunningham. Now some full court defensive pressure again from Northwestern. 13-point lead, tip pass almost stolen. The Bobcats can't really afford many mistakes anymore. Hardesty with the basketball. They get it in. Mays up, no good. Offensive rebound attempt, no good. Mays gets it again, and she's fouled. Katie Mays will head to the free throw line here, and we're starting to see that interior play come into effect. They're starting to get the looks they want inside, and even though it's a 13-point game, if they can start getting those looks, all of a sudden we can have a completely different game.
Yeah, but they need to work on defensively. They need to start getting a stop or two and trying to, plug the holes that keep popping up with Northwestern just over the top. Transition offense. They need to start doing something to stem the bleeding.
And Katie Mays makes both free throws there, kind of plugs up the bleeding a little bit there. Brings it to 11. At this point, you just got to cut into the lead. You have to focus on one possession at a time if you're the Bobcats. But on the other end, Northwestern trying to extend their lead. Ball's inside to Narem. Kicks it out to Vandervelde. Now they try to swing it, and it's going to be last touched off of the College of the Ozarks. That was Michelle Gabani. Last one to touch it was Jada Cunningham trying to come up with the possession there. 14 to go here in the second frame. Inbound almost stolen again. And this time it is stolen. A little bit of sloppy play here from Northwestern. Now they have to get back on defense and get a stop here. Ball's inside, kicked out. 3 on the way, no good. And that's going to be a nice rebound there from Narem. Quick advance up the floor. They have done a great job with tempo in this game. Cunningham's going to take a 3. That one no good, misses short, but it's going to be run down. Nice offensive rebound there from Kaylin Groves. Excuse me, Alexis Touring. Kicks it opposite now, 3 on the way. That one good from the corner. That one, Devin Kemble. The player you cannot leave open for this squad. 71% of her attempts this season are 3s. Gets that one to go there to make it a 14-point lead. Now on the other end, Hardesty gets it out. Nice pump fake to get past Cunningham. Layup up, a lot of contact, nothing doing. Second attempt, no good, and a foul on the play. Grace Steger could not get that make to go. And now Northwestern continues to build their momentum. 5:17 left here in the second quarter. 30-16, the Red Raiders are in control. As the leader of this team, Sammy Blum gonna inbound it. Bobcats in desperate need of a stop here. Ball's passed in Narem, now kicks it out to Blum. Blum on the left wing. A little bit of ball movement, now they try to get it inside. Nice defense there from the Bobcats inside, putting pressure. 9 on the shot clock, skip pass from Blum. Ball's gonna be with Alexis Touring. Now a jumper on the way with 1 on the shot clock from the elbow. No good, ball, offensive rebound. Layup up, no good there from that one's gonna be Maddie Jones on the putback attempt, no good. Still a 14-point advantage. Bobcats have to stop the bleeding. As the second quarter wrapping up, almost loses it. Sammy Blum really doing a good job putting pressure on here. Michelle Gabani just trying her best to get out, and that one's a foul on the floor. Gonna go against Alexis Touring.
Blum really leading from the front of the point of that defense, putting pressure on, forcing them back to almost the half court.
Now a little box set up here on the out of bounds. They tried to get inside, they couldn't. They got to throw it to the safety. Hardesty getting things started here. 18 on the shot clock. Screen coming here from Steger. Tough short corner jumper, no good. Here come the Red Raiders in transition. It's Danner. Danner, nice little swipe by, getting Hardesty to run by. Gets the layup to go. Now a double lead again, 32-16.
Nice little magic trick on the transition. Now you see it, now you don't. Easy as you like, up and in.
Hardesty had no answer for Danner's little slip by. Now on the other end, foul on the floor. You see them kind of trying to get it inside and force it a little bit now. On the play, that is going to be Werzinger, the leading scorer of this team, currently with 0 right now for the Bobcats. Something you definitely want to keep an eye on. She, on the season, has been a force as she makes the first free throw. 16.6 points per game on the season right now, heading in closer to halftime with just 1 to her name. Got to imagine they have to get her going if they want to get back in this game, but gets both to go. Maybe that's what she needed. Just needed to see it go in the hoop. Now Northwestern back the other way. Blum gets it inside. Quick move, nice turnaround, layup no good. Hannah Narem couldn't get it to go. Now a chance for the Bobcats here. 3:30 to go, enough time to build some momentum going into the intermission.
Can't really say much that's gone wrong for Northwestern today, but one thing I have noticed that they haven't been doing as well, their heads-up play, they haven't really had too much awareness. They've had a couple of looks where they try to force it down low, but there's open looks outside. They just need to get their heads up, find the perimeter, and, you know, they're doing well inside of the paint, but if they can find those open looks like they have now, oh my goodness, nothing but net. I should stop talking. They're just gonna try and prove me wrong at this point.
And now a turnover on the ensuing possession. Sammy Blum knocked down the big 3, and now here we go the other way. Inside, little fadeaway, misses short. And a foul as Kyra Hardesty came up with the rebound, but it was a nice response, especially considering on the other end, Werzinger trying to get going a bit. Got another jumper on the other end before the Sammy Blum 3, but it is 35-20. Northwestern, the 3 seed. the at-large bid from the GPAC, staring down the College of the Ozarks right now. Still enough time for the Bobcats to make a run here. 2:46 left in the second quarter. They're going to need some buckets soon. Hardesty's going to be the one bringing it up. It's going to be Devin Kremble guarding too in the paint. Kemble, that nice turnover here, forced by Northwestern. Blum's going to bring it back the other way. Into the block, almost lost possession, and a foul called on the play. Molly Shaney heading back to the free throw line. Just 1 for 6 on the day, kind of struggled, but a chance here to add on to this Red Raider lead. Now we're seeing Taylor Vandervelde coming back into the game, as well as Katie Mays for the Bobcats.
Might be a nice thing they look to do for the Bobcats to try to shut down Shaney if she starts to find a little bit of rhythm. She's not the best free throw shooter in the NAIA, only at 58% so far in the year. So if you can get her to the charity stripe, and you know, she's a lot less dangerous from the charity stripe than she is from inside of the paint, let's say that.
Yeah, I mean, earlier this season had 16 rebounds against Jamestown, so she definitely can make an impact in the paint. Double figures in 10 of her last 12 games. Molly Shaney has been a force for this Northwestern team. Hardesty is going to hand it off here. Ball's with Maddie Braden. Braden still hasn't really done much today. Jumper there short from the elbow. More of a three-point specialist for this team. Averaging close to 10 a game. Danner tries to get it inside, and it's going to be stolen by Mays. Nice job recovering on the backside. Now in transition, it's going to be Frank. And a bit of an injury. We'll see if they stop play momentarily. Frank wide open under the basket because of the injury. It's going to be Danner. I believe it's a knee issue. I'm not sure what exactly she dinged up on the play. Well, able to walk off the floor under her own power. We'll see what her update's going to be, but looks like she's holding her knee there. Sub comes in. Now 36-20. Frank unable to capitalize off of that last play. We'll see if Northwestern can keep on building upward. Trying to take on Clark tomorrow at the same time this game tipped off today at 11 a.m. Vandervelde kicks it out opposite. 3 on the way. No good, but running in, almost grabbing the offensive rebound was Alexis Touring. Now the Bobcats trying to get something going on the other end. Frank drives in, layup up, blocked. Nice job on the interior yet again. Now we're coming the other way. Blum's going to take a 3. She cannot connect. Nice look in transition. They are looking to get possession after possession. 12 more shot attempts so far for Northwestern compared to College of the Ozarks. Hardesty's going to take a deep one from downtown. Almost banks it in. That's what she wants to do. She wants to step out and hit shots, averaging almost 10 a game for this team. Now 3 on the other end is good. Jada Cunningham is starting to heat up for this squad. That's 6 points here in the first half. 35 seconds to go. 39-20. Northwestern in the driver's seat. Hardesty gets it over to Wersinger. Wersinger with 4 points, trying to get something going. Floater in the lane, no good. Shot clock dead. Outlet pass out to Blum. Blum able to cross somebody over in transition. And now they're going to slow things down. They want the last look here. Northwestern has built themselves a big lead, and they get one more possession here. Cunningham, opposite. Vandervelde, 3 in the corner, no good. Offensive rebound, 2 on the clock, jumper up and good as the clock expires. Alexis Touring at the buzzer puts the exclamation point on the half. 41-20 lead for the Red Raiders.
What an opening 20 minutes we saw from Northwestern. Their game plan was perfect. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. They did their homework, and College of the Ozarks, try as they might, they have no answer for the Red Raider offense or defense so far. They have not been able to execute the way they want to play, and it has been all Red Raider early on. This raid might continue all throughout the game.
And we will take a quick break momentarily and come back with some halftime thoughts before we get the second half started here for the first round of the NAIA National Tournament. We will be back in a moment.
At Clark University, we offer a variety of majors and minors to help you in your academic journey. Tap into your subconscious and consider what you love to do, what you are drawn to do, and what you excel at. Here, we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
41-20, the halftime score, here at the DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska, for our first round of the NAIA National Tournament. Obviously, this half was all Red Raiders. Their game plan executed to perfection. Interior, they defended well, and the tempo was run, 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 shoot, 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 and it worked out great for them in the first half. They are in the driver's seat heading into half number 2. Owen, what are some of the things that you think Northwestern may be saying right now at the halftime break to keep themselves motivated coming out so maybe they don't have a lapse and let the Ozarks get back into this game?
I would honestly say more of the same. Like, I understand when you have a lead that's double your opponent, it's easy to get complacent. But I think the message will just be, you're at the national tournament. You have to make a statement first round, especially as the 3 seed. Like, you got to look at this game as an opportunity to. Clark is obviously watching this game. They want to know who they are facing tomorrow and what they're going to be facing tomorrow. Northwestern, in the locker room right now, they have got to be thinking, we got to put on a show. We have to let Clark know who we are, what we're bringing to the table tomorrow, and the Red Raiders want Clark to fear them going into tomorrow's game. And so far from what I have seen, I would be scared to play this team. They are red hot, the Red Raiders, up and over the top, transition. I mean, you can't really defend against it unless you play your offense inside of your own half, essentially, to prevent the transition. It's almost impossible to defend against this type of offense when it's executed that well. It's not perfect. There's been a couple of times where they have looked to be maybe a little bit too quick for their own good, haven't really been able to establish all that much control of the ball and look to go a little bit too quickly. But, with a 21-point lead at the half, there's not really many critiques you can have. Really, it's just got to be the message has got to be, keep this up, like you pedal to the metal, and maybe, just maybe, push towards, I don't think they're going to, I think as we get later on, but maybe push towards around the 80-point mark, really let Clark know what they're up for tomorrow.
And College of the Ozarks obviously struggling from the floor, just 21% from the floor. What do they have to do in the second half to come back and start playing a little bit stronger?
They need to just, you really can't see a way with the Bobcats, the way they played in that first half, you really can't see a way back in it for them. Like you said, we've noticed in the first half, the Fearless 9, as we're calling them, they're playing about as well as they can. Fatigue is obviously going to play a factor. They just need to slow the game down a little bit. They have been trying to match Northwestern's tempo and trying to match that pace. That's not who College of the Ozarks is. That's not how the Bobcats like to play their basketball. They need to slow this tempo down. They need to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, slow it down to their tempo, and start playing their brand of basketball. Otherwise, it's already out of hand. It might just get out of reach really quickly.
Yeah, defensive transition is going to be huge this half, as well as getting back to what they do best. We will come back in about 5 minutes for second half action, 41-20. Northwestern on top of College of the Ozarks after 1. We will see you in a moment.
Because no 2 sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on. Because no 2 sports-related injuries are alike, our sports.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
And welcome back into the DJ Sokol Arena live from Omaha, Nebraska, the NAIA first round national tournament coverage here. Matt Kirkle, Owen Godberson with you. Our halftime score 41-20 in favor of Northwestern, and it was all Red Raiders in that first half. You know, obviously 37% from the floor to 21 for College of the Ozarks. Not a half to remember, and obviously the star of that half was Blum for the Red Raiders, a team-high 11 points on 5 of 10 from the floor. Sammy Blum has been the player all year from them, and the rebounding struggle is just immense right now for the Ozarks.
Yeah, the Bobcats, we were talking about that going into today's game, that's one of the things they do expertly well. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the country, and they have been horrific when it comes to getting boards off the glass this morning. They've looked, I don't know if soft is the right word, they've just looked off their game when it comes to their game. And I thought that the Red Raiders were going to struggle to get boards today against this team, and they really haven't. It's looked almost easy at times for Northwestern to get second looks in the offensive side and get defensive rebounds as well to get the ball back for themselves. The Bobcats, like I said at halftime, they need to just slow things down a bit and start working on their game and start doing the things that they do well.
And there it is right there, Andy Noah with the bucket. They gave up an offensive rebound on the first possession, but then the other way they get a bucket first of the half, and now another turnover, 2 already in the first 2 possessions for Northwestern. This is the momentum strike you need if you're the Bobcats. Now a chance to potentially get back in this one. You see Worzinger on the sideline kind of clapping her hands a bit, getting her team pumped up. This is a chance, still plenty of time left in this game, almost 20 minutes action left, trailing by 19. Worzinger catches right wing, only 4 points in that first half, averaging almost 17 a game. Now into Noah. Noah guarded by Narem. And the pass going to be tipped out, almost turned over, and then it will be turned over. They recovered it, and then it was thrown out of bounds by Michelle Gabani. They tried to keep the possession alive, and just an unfortunate break there for the Bobcats. Now Sammy Blum comes back the other way, trying to continue what she started in the first half, along with the rest of this Red Raider squad. Blum now 3 on the way. That one just rattles out off the front of the rim. Rebound to Annie Noah. And now almost loses it. This time it's Gabani again. Now gets it out to Hardesty. Hardesty dribbles over on the right wing. Hands it off. Worzinger splits some defenders. Tough layup up. Almost gets it. Offensive rebound put back. No good. Possession stays here. Last touch off of Blum, and a little bit of life from the Bobcats so far to start this half. They're finally starting to get looks in the interior and, you know, finally look a little bit cleaner on the offensive end.
Yeah, we saw early on, and they're helped by the Red Raiders as well. They haven't looked quite as sharp as they did in the first half. They haven't gotten back into their rhythm, but that's something the Bobcats need to take advantage of. They need to get the points where the Red Raiders give them looks, and I thought with that turnover early on that they would be able to cut the lead a little bit more, but that turnover from Gabani on the wing really shot them in the foot, and they need to start controlling the basketball more and holding on to the ball more. Otherwise, you know, they can get all the looks they want. It's not going to go anywhere.
Hannah Narem picked up her second foul on that last play. Now another look here for the Bobcats. Baseline drive, layup up and good from Gabani. Nice bucket there for the Ozarks. That's her first points of the afternoon. 41-24. Now a wide open 3 on the other end for Northwestern, and they respond. Alexis Touring again. Had the buzzer beater before the half and the first buckets to start the second half. For Northwestern, back to a 20-point advantage for the Red Raiders. Bobcats trying to get anything going here offensively. Gabani again with another turnover. Just could not find the right opportunity to get the ball handed off, and that's the 10th turnover for the Bobcats so far in this game, just struggling to keep possession.
Yeah, Hardesty trying to talk some sense into Gabani, let her know that, you know, mistakes happen. They just need to calm down a bit and take the tempo a little bit slower. Hardesty trying to lead the team to a comeback here. Right, so far, nothing doing.
And now the ball's in the left wing, trying to get something going. They get it into Narem. Narem, nice little fake to the right, spin left, a finesse move from Hannah Narem. 6 points on the game for her. She's starting to get comfortable inside. Players like Gabani and Noah are trying to find any way to slow down Hannah Narem. Annie Noah, offensive rebound off the miss, puts it back in. 46-26, still 20-point game. Cunningham wasting no time in transition. 3 in the corner, no good. Narem, offensive rebound. It's been easy so far for the Red Raiders on the offensive end. Narem off the back cut, nice bounce pass layup, up, no good. Offensive rebound, second chance, points, and 1 for Northwestern. They just keep piling it on. That one was Jazzy Prinz with a nice bucket there.
I was just about to say in the previous possession that the Bobcats getting the board down low, getting the second look, and getting it up and in from Noah might be the corner that they need to turn to get them to play their brand of basketball, but then they give up that cheap offensive rebound. 3 looks inside of the arc in a few moments for the Red Raiders, and the Bobcats defensively just poor on that possession.
Now numbers look here for the Bobcats off the missed free throw, but they turn it over. Oh, excuse me, they will keep possession here. Had a tough angle for here, not sure who was really last touched off of, but now Worsinger's going to inbound it here underneath for the College of the Ozarks. A box setup here. Gets it into Gabani. Gabani struggles to keep it. Recovers. Just so much ball pressure this entire game. As a baseline drive layup, up and good. That's Gabani. Not much of a score this season already. 4 points here in the second half. Swing pass over Vandervelde. Now to Cunningham in the left short corner. Now 3 on the way from Blum. That one no good off the top of the backboard. A high arcing 3-point shot. She's got that up in her arsenal. That one out of bounds. Possession going to College of the Ozarks. A lot of drive and kick action so far from Northwestern. They like to get inside, draw defenders, find shooters on the perimeter. They've gotten a lot of open looks that way as Hardesty looks to set up this offense for College of the Ozarks. A lot of defensive pressure here from Northwestern. Vandervelde guarding here. Nice drive, layup, up and good. That one was Worsinger. 6 points on the afternoon for Worsinger. Nice skip pass. Vandervelde to Cunningham. Nice reversal. Now, tried to pass it inside off the backboard to Cunningham. Escaped some danger there. Now Narem, short corner jumper from just outside the block. Gets that one to go from the left side. Back up to a 20-point advantage for the Red Raiders. Almost halfway through this third quarter. Northwestern has not moved an inch since their halftime lead. Only 1 point difference for College of the Ozarks this half. Still a 20-point deficit. Now we're going to get some free throws from Kyra Hardesty. Still no points this afternoon. Has dished out 2 assists. Has done a nice job passing it over the top, finding interior players, especially towards the end of that first half. Free throw up and good for Hardesty. Now 50-31. Right now, Annie Noah controlling the pace for College of the Ozarks. 12 of the 32 points coming from Noah. Now ball's in the left corner. Northwestern trying to gain as much momentum as they can as they potentially look at a second-round matchup with Clark tomorrow, the number 8 team in the NAIA Division I section. Now a drive here, and it's going to be a kick as Hannah Narem was trying to get in the lane. Narem 8 points on the game. 2 players in double figures right now for Northwestern. Alexis Touring with 12. Sammy Blum with 11. Inbound in, nice little split of defenders. Layup, just can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound, gets it stripped. Ball still loose on the floor. Now it's going to be recovered. It's going to be Maddie Braden now bringing it up off after the recovery. Gets it out, now a 3-pointer on the way. That one misses short, but an offensive rebound here from Grace Steiger. And a foul on the floor is going to be called against Devin Kemble. Kemble with the 1 lone 3 on the day. Now possession on the sideline here for the Bobcats, looking to try to inch their way back in this game and extend their season. As we talked about before the game, their season started on February 2nd because of a COVID lapse. So this team, not a lot of games under their belt versus Northwestern, who has played 27. And now a nice slip screen layup up and good from Grace Steiger. First basket of the game from Steiger, and now we're starting to see a little bit of momentum. Obviously, still a deficit to overcome, but they've done a good job outscoring Northwestern so far here in the second half.
Yeah, and the Bobcats, at least on the offensive side, they've been able to get second looks off the offensive board, which I think is important for this Bobcat team. That's going to be their ticket back into this game if they can keep getting those second looks and trying to put points back on the board, trying to put pressure on Northwestern as we go throughout this second half. That might bring the Bobcats back within striking distance.
And Hannah Narem comes out of the game. Off the out-of-bounds play, it's Blum. Blum tries to get across the lane. Nice block there from Kaylee Frank. Nice back cut. And it's going to be Maddie Jones heading to the free throw line again. Nice back cut there, and they do a lot of good action like that. One player dribbles up towards the perimeter, that sends another player cutting towards the rim. It's something we've seen a lot of today, and it's given them a lot of easy chances, which has led to free throws like this one. Maddie Jones, first one up and good. 51-34 Northwestern on top. As you look over behind the opposite basket, you see a few Clark coaches observing this one. Obviously the winner playing Clark tomorrow as we get a timeout, a full timeout. We will take a break with it. 4:02 left in the third quarter here, 52-34. Northwestern on top. We'll be back in a minute.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
Welcome back into DJ Sokol Arena from Omaha, Nebraska, 52-34. Northwestern on top of this one. College of the Ozarks trying to extend their season. They need some momentum here out of this timeout. It's going to be Worzinger inbounding, some full court pressure here from Northwestern.
Half-court defense and half-court offense really not suiting Northwestern this afternoon. They've looked to really put the pressure on the Bobcats, and it has worked to almost perfection. The Bobcats still in with a shot, a slim one, but a shot nonetheless.
And that's the kind of response that we've started seeing. That was a nice slip there. It's going to be Frank getting fouled on the play, but when you have that much pressure on the basketball, you can start to catch defenses off guard with some slips. Right there we saw Frank went up to set a screen and then slipped and caught Blum off guard. That's the kind of stuff you want to see if, you know, maybe the Bobcats can make a run trying to execute some of that style of offense. We'll see what they can do here. Hardesty looking to get inside to Frank, can't do it. Now Frank rises up to the three-point line. Little exchange, Hardesty for three. That one no good. And it's going to be recovered here by Kemble. Now Blum back the other way. Ball's inside, nice defense here from Steiger. Kicks it out, a nice extra. Blum with a pump fake, drives in. Nice little Euro step to get around Hardesty and gets the layup to go right back up to a 20-point lead.
Oh, that was beautiful to watch. In and out, easy as you like, right through the defense. Cutting through it like a hot knife through butter. That was sensational.
Now more defense on the other end for Northwestern. They are just making things hard here for the Bobcats as they try to get inside. That one recovered by Steiger, right back out. Drive, layup, nothing. Couldn't get anything to go, but grabs her offensive rebound. Worzinger goes back up with it. Can't get the finish, but will get free throws ensuing.
Bobcats had, I believe it was Maddie Braden, open in the corner if they could have kicked it out to her. It looked like the entire Red Raider defense was inside of the paint. They just would have kicked it out wide.
And Worzinger, 89% from the free throw line, 9th best in the country. Knocks down the first one there, making it a 19-point deficit. College of the Ozarks been right around that mark this entire second half. Trailed by 21, right now to 19. Make it 18. Second free throw, good. Now no wasted time. Nice seal layup up, no good. Coming back the other way, it was Prinz just off the quick two passes. They waste no time on those outlets. Jumper in transition, good. Little bit of effort here, a little bit of momentum from College of the Ozarks. Coming back the other way, now ball in the corner. It's going to be Alexis Turing getting it inside. Layup again, no good. Devin Kemble struggling from the floor this game. Now in transition layup, another look for the Bobcats. Maddie Braden with the bucket. First of the game, now down to 14. It's the smallest deficit we've seen since the first half. Now off the back cut, it's going to be Braden catching it. Excuse me, that's Jones. Maddie Jones off the nice pass from Sammy Blum. Blum with 3 assists so far in this game, along with 13 points. Jones, that's her first bucket of the afternoon. Nice opposite pass and a foul called before the 3-point attempt. It's going to be on the floor. 1:42 left in the third quarter.
Bobcats have looked a little bit sharper in the last few minutes of this third quarter. Maybe, just maybe, can find themselves back within single digits if they keep this run of form going. If they get a couple of more stops, pick up a couple of more opportunities, and pick up those points from those chances, who knows, we can see a pretty close and pretty entertaining fourth quarter.
I mean, you keep in mind the fact that College of the Ozarks had 21 points at halftime already. Have almost doubled it here in the third quarter. First free throw no good from Hardesty. Second one no good as well. Now a transition opportunity here for Northwestern. They get it up into the corner. And out of bounds. Another turnover. That's 3 in a row for Northwestern, and we talked about it at halftime. Even though you have this lead, you cannot get complacent. The transition still needs to be a priority, but you have to be smart. As now a drive here, Maddie Braden, no help defense there, gets the easy layup to go. 4 points now for Braden, and all of a sudden it's sniffing on a game again. 56-42, bounce pass inside, layup up, no good. Now here come the Bobcats in transition. Braden again. And a turnover, an unfortunate 1-2 at a time where it could not happen. Jordan Wersinger could not hold on to that ball, and although she's got 10 points, just 3 of 11 from the floor today for Wersinger. Not been the ideal performance that we are used to seeing from her. Typically 50% from the floor on the season. Right now struggling to get anything going. And now pass over the top. They try to get Maddie Jones open on a roll. Now a 3 on the way, off the rim, no good. Ball's with Wersinger. The team's leader trying to get this team out of the ground and back in this game. Frank fouled on the play, and now we have ourselves free throws coming up. Kaylee Frank heading to the free throw line. 74% on the season is Frank, and what an improvement she has had from last season to this season. Averaged 5.1 points per game last season, up to 11.2 this season. Has become a much bigger three-point shooting threat. 32% from the field. Career high was 17 against John Brown a few weeks ago, and also had 17 against Lincoln Christian. Gets both free throws there. 56-44, down to 12. Maddie Jones drive and a foul on the play. I believe that's going to go against Braden. 29.2 left in the third. Down to a 12-point deficit. Was 21 at the break. Maddie Jones at the free throw line here. First free throw good for Jones. Jones on the season a 79% free throw shooter, 57-71. Gets the second one to go as well, 58-44. Back up to 14, no shot clock here. Last possession for the Bobcats. They might cut this lead in half in this third quarter. Down by 21, a chance to bring it to within 11. Ball's with Maddie Braden. Frank gets it into Wersinger, middle of the paint. Jumper good! Jordan Wersinger, 12 points, and now it's down to 12. 7 seconds. Last shot here, Maddie Jones drives in, help defense comes, layup up, no good, misses short. And that will take us to the fourth quarter. We have an exciting one in front of us. College of the Ozarks back to life. It's a 12-point game, 58-46. We'll be back in just a moment from DJ Sokol Arena for fourth quarter action. We'll see you in a sec.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
DJ Sokol Arena back live with you. Fourth quarter action upcoming. 58-46 in our first of 8 games over the next 2 days. Northwestern on top of College of the Ozarks. But what a quarter from the Bobcats. Had 21 points in the first half, scored 25 in the third quarter. And now we have ourselves a competition. They cut the lead almost in half. Frank gets us started for the Bobcats. Gets it over to Wersinger. Another pull-up jumper from the free throw line. That one rattles out. Now a fight for the rebound between Steiger and I believe it was Morrison. Excuse me, that was Vandervelde coming up with the jump ball there. Possession does go to the Red Raiders, and not a lot of room for error this quarter for the Bobcats. They have to be almost perfect if they want to see another game. The winner of this game takes on Clark tomorrow at 11 a.m., the number 8 team in NAIA. Nice turnaround there, layup no good. Possession stays here. It was a nice move there from Molly Shaney. Just 3 points on the game for the first team all GPAC selection. Was a nice spin, just kind of lost a little bit of awareness around the rim as they get into Vandervelde. Tries to cross over at the free throw line, kicks it out opposite. 7 on the shot clock. Vandervelde with it, gets a screen from Shaney. She turns the corner. Tough layup, no good. Offensive rebound there from Blum. Now a jumper from just inside the line goes. That's going to be Alexis Turing. 14 points, a team high, but a layup on the other end. That's going to be Maddie Braden. Here we go. We got ourselves a fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 60-48 the score. 3 on the other way. Vandervelde no good. Rebound Steiger. And trying on the other end, Cunningham trying to get a steal. Now potential numbers situation. Braden pull-up jumper from the free throw line. No good. That could have been huge. 8:40 to go. Blum in transition, looking opposite. In the short corner, pump fakes, drives middle, and it's going to be passed off the foot of Molly Shaney. Now Wersinger the other way. Foul on the play, and one finish from Jordan Wersinger. 14 points, potentially the biggest shot so far in this game. Brings it back to 10, a chance to bring it to single digits, Owen.
Bobcats, I don't know what was said at halftime in the locker room. Whatever it was needs to be put on a mural, needs to be put on a plaque, needs to be put in a book somewhere, because it is iconic, this comeback. If they can pull off this comeback, get themselves, they're back in this game. If they can pull this off and get back in front, oh man, what a turnaround that would be.
The free throw good. Now we got a 9-point game on the other end. Foul sending Shaney to the free throw line. Shaney just 1 for 7 from the floor on the day. Been not a great game to remember. Hannah Narem has been the number they have called on inside. 8.7 rebounds so far, but Molly Shaney a chance to end this run here from College of the Ozarks. First free throw rattles out. The door crept open right now for the Bobcats. Shaney sets up for free throw number 2. 8:18 to go in the game. Knocks down that one, and it's a big one. Back to 10. Still full court pressure here from Northwestern. Their game plan, despite the lead, not changing. They're going to pressure. They're going to put up the tempo. As now Wersinger, team high 15 points. Gets it over to Frank. Now Hardesty for 3. Ooh, that one no good. Coming back the other way is Cunningham. Jada Cunningham stops at the elbow. Kicks it out opposite wing. Now they reset. Lot of cutting off the ball. Now a 3 from the top of the key. That one rattles out. Hardesty's going to bring it back the other way. Looking for numbers. Kicks it out opposite. It's going to be Wersinger. It's going to take a huge three-pointer here. That one connects. Oh my goodness. 18 points for Wersinger. 61-54. We got a game.
Vandervelde's about to come back in, trying to stem the bleeding from, now it's the Red Raiders trying to stop the cut.
Now Cunningham gets it inside, layup up, a lot of contact, and that's going to send Shaney back to the free throw line. Went 1 for 2 the last time, 2 for 4 on the afternoon.
Shaney looked like she was the one that instigated the contact. I thought they were going to call a charge there at first. She dove shoulder first in their aggressive play from Shaney. Gets her to the free throw line, though.
So far on the half, 33-20. The College of the Ozarks have outscored Northwestern. First free throw good from Shaney. Pressure continuing to mount as the second free throw no good, but a rebound from Vandervelde. The Bobcats could not afford that one. They give it up there, and now Blum for three. That one good! Who else but Sammy Blum makes it an 11-point lead for Northwestern. The highest percentage on the team from three-point range, gets the biggest shot of the game. Back the other way, Frank gets it inside, and Mays up. Foul on the play will send her to the free throw line. Katie Mays with 3 points, all of them coming from the free throw line so far this afternoon.
Blum thought she had done enough to get the charge in the offensive foul. Referee says otherwise, and unfortunately missed the first free throw. This has turned into quite the game. We thought at halftime that this was going to turn into be a rout, but...
And the second free throw good. It has been two completely different halves for this College of the Ozarks team. They could not buy a bucket in the first half. Their leader had 4 at the break. Now she has 18. 65-55. We have a 10-point lead as Cunningham gets things started here for the Red Raiders. Kicks it out opposite corner. Nice off-ball movement here from the Red Raiders. 13 on the shot clock. Ball in the paint. Layup up and good from Vandervelde. 67-55. It's back up to 12, but here comes Braden. Braden kicks it out, almost loses it, recovered there by Mays. 3 on the way, and it's good! Worzinger again, 21 points. That's their second 3 of the afternoon, 2 for 3, and it's back to 11. Just when you think Northwestern might put their foot back on the throttle, the Bobcats say, no way, Jose, we are right back in this.
Bobcats doing their best to put the brakes on and trying to shut down the Red Raiders, and they have done so to, I keep saying, almost perfection. There's been some tweaks that you could adjust throughout this game, but tale of two halves here so far.
And an unfortunate foul sends Vandervelde to the free throw line. I'm not sure who that was on. That might have been against Hardesty, as she was coming off a screen, pulled up for a jumper. First free throw good, back to 10. 68-58. Second free throw good as well. 5:52 left, both teams with 4 timeouts remaining in this game. 11-point Red Raider advantage. This game has seen a little bit of everything. Now Hardesty gets things started for the Bobcats. Not as much ball movement on this side of the floor as we've seen for the Red Raiders. Braden with it. Gets a screen from Mays. A lot of ball pressure again. 7 on the shot clock. Worzinger again. It's from 3. You've got to be kidding me. 3 for 4, and we got ourselves a game yet again.
Worzinger is the hot hand right now, and it feels like you could pull up anywhere on the court. If it's in her hand, it's going nothing but net. They have not only been well-taken threes, but perfectly placed threes. And another one there. Oh, my.
Molly Shaney.
Who brought the long-distance archers today?
What a shot, and a huge response to bring it back to 11. That might have been the biggest shot we've seen all game, just when the Bobcats were starting to gain some momentum. And now a nice drive, pull-up 3 again from Worzinger. Somebody get a fire extinguisher. She is on fire. 4 for 5 from 3. She's got 27 points. 72-64. We got ourselves a game again. She keeps on answering for this Bobcat squad, keeping them within striking distance. And now Cunningham gets it inside. Double team coming, pass across the lane, almost stolen and barely recovered. We got 10 on the shot clock here, ladies and gentlemen. This game has been exciting. Cunningham finds a back cutter, layup up and good. Huge response there. That one was Alexis Turing, 19 points on the game, and that's a team high for Northwestern. The crowd starting to get a little bit more energized as we are now under 4 minutes to go. 74-64. Worzinger again finally proves she's human. Can't get the 3 to go. Looked like it might have been tipped though. Now Cunningham in transition. Looking to find someone inside, finds the layup, up and good. Hannah Narem, and a timeout here. That's going to be a full timeout. We will take a break with it. 3:46 to go. Northwestern trying to hold off the comeback from College of the Ozarks, 76-64. We'll be back in a moment.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community. At Clark University, we offer a variety of majors and minors to help you in your academic journey. Tap into your subconscious and consider what you love to do, what you are drawn to do, and what you excel at. Here, we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
And welcome back into the DJ Sokol Arena live from Omaha, Nebraska. First round coverage of the national tournament for the NAIA. Right now we have a barn burner. 12-point advantage for Northwestern, but don't let the score deceive you. The College of the Ozarks have had a furious second half. 21 points at halftime, and they got 64 right now behind the hot hand of Jordan Werzinger. 27 points, only had 4 at the break. Now a huge possession here, less than 4 to play. They pretty much need to be perfect from here on out to put themselves in a position to face number 8 Clark tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the second round of the NAIA tournament. Werzinger double teamed off the screen and a turnover. The second you double team Werzinger, things get a little bit harder for the Bobcats. Now Blum back the other way. Gets to Jones. Working it around, looking inside, they get it into Narem. Tough right-handed shot in the short corner just outside the block, gets to go. Back to 14. Now the pressure really mounts for the Bobcats. They need a bucket. Frank with it. Not a whole lot of urgency right now as now baseline drive from Frank, gets in the lane, layup up, no good, and it's going to be recovered by Northwestern. Now they're going to slow it down a bit, maybe work this clock. Less than 3 to go. 14-point advantage. Northwestern in their 17th NAIA women's basketball tournament appearance. 51-11 as a team in the NAIA National Tournament as a program. Trying to win another one today. And a carry on the play. Jordan Werzinger out of the timeout, struggling. The defense has been amped up against her, and you can tell that definitely has put an impact on her ability to perform.
Yeah, like you said, call the fire department, get the fire extinguisher. Well, it looks like the Red Raiders knew exactly what to do to smother the fire that was coming from Werzinger. She was electric in the last few minutes, and just the last couple of moments, it looks like the Red Raiders have come up with the answer.
And an offensive foul, or excuse me, offensive rebound that led to a foul. That was Vander Velde there. Northwestern not unfamiliar with the NAIA National Tournament. 7 appearances in the 10 years under head coach Chris Yaw. 51-11 their overall record. Big opportunity for the Bobcats to get a stop. They get it in the paint. Up and under layup is good from Hannah Narem. 14 points. In a game where Molly Shaney only has 5, Hannah Narem has answered the bell. Now up to 16-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Time running out for the Bobcats. Only 9 games played on the season, and looks like a travel called against Annie Noah. Now the pressure really mounting, and time not the friend of the College of the Ozarks. 2:02 left, 16 points is the lead for Northwestern.
And looks like might be striking midnight here for the Cinderella comeback of the Bobcats, but they have got to walk off the court this second half. Heads held high if this is to be the end, because at half it looked bleak. And now to see from the hot hand of Werzinger in the second half, they came back to life. They started to play like the College of the Ozarks that we know that they can play. And with maybe a full season underneath their belt, more experience throughout the year, maybe this game would have turned out different, and maybe that would have taken them over the Red Raiders. But The Red Raiders have had an answer for just about every question posed by Lake of the Ozarks this morning, and what an opening game we have had so far. Still 90 seconds or so left in this one, so still room for a little bit of excitement, but Northwestern, definitely the deserved winners today. They got everything right. Tactically, execution-wise, they have just been electric, and they have been the better team this morning.
And they are definitely familiar with this NAIA tournament. 5 national championships that this Northwestern program has won. As now they just try to run out the clock here and seal the win. 10 on the shot clock here. Jones comes off a screen from Narem. Finds Narem on the roll layup, up, no good. Now creeping up on a minute left, Northwestern likely to advance to the second round of our pod style system here for the NAIA National Tournament. The winner takes on Clark, and a foul on the play as the ball was trying to enter into Steiger. And now we're going to see
essentially a line change.
Yeah, we're going to see 5 reserves come into the game for Northwestern, as now the crowd on their feet. A lot of Raider red in the crowd, and they are on their feet knowing that there is just 57 seconds left in this opening round action, and they will take on Clark tomorrow at 11 a.m. for a spot in the round of 16 in Sioux City, Iowa. 15 on the shot clock and a foul called. A little bit of physicality there from Zoe Heemstra coming in the game, trying to get through a Frank screen, throws Frank to the ground there, and will send Frank to the free throw line.
Yeah, a bit aggressive off the bench. Want to leave a little bit of a mark, and the very little playing time you get as we get not necessarily garbage time, maybe recyclable time as we get laid on here. Just trying to leave some form of a mark or an impact on this game.
First free throw good from Frank, as is the second one. And Northwestern still with their foot on the throttle, tried to throw it up the floor. That one out of bounds. Have to love the effort from the head coach of Northwestern, Chris Yaw, saying, we don't care how much this lead is up. We're going to show these Clark coaches that we put our foot on the throttle for 40 whole minutes. As now it is 80-67. Wrapping up the final 30 seconds of this one. Frank with a drive. Now a 3 on the way from Worzinger. No good. Cunningham gets it up the floor. And now a layup in transition, and that's going to be Heemstra. Gets her first bucket of the game, and what a fun one coming in the national tournament. Now this one just about over, shot clock dead, 15-point advantage for the Red Raiders. One last possession here. As a drive and the layup good there from Katie Mays, and that will wrap this first game of our 8-game tournament wrapped up here in Omaha. Northwestern will advance to the second round of the NAIA National Tournament to take on number 8 Clark Pride tomorrow at 11 a.m. right here at DJ Sokol Arena. Oh, and what a game from the Red Raiders. They came in prepared with a game plan, and they executed it to a T.
Yeah, if this game is any indication of what we're going to see from the rest of the weekend here at DJ Sokol Arena, we're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be fun. If this is any sort of benchmark that was set between these two teams, give credit to Northwestern, obviously. They came in with a game plan. They executed it to perfection. They got every aspect of this game strategically right. But the Ozarks, College of the Ozarks Bobcats, they gave it a game. They really put it out in this second half, laid it all on the line. All credit to them in this second half. They really made this one interesting when I thought we were in for a demolition derby at halftime. And as we got later on in the second half, obviously Worzinger might need to see our chiropractor for putting the team on her back like she did, but what a thrilling 40 minutes we saw, and it's only the start of this weekend here at DJ Sokol.
Not too little too late there from College of the Ozarks. They lose by 13, but Northwestern will take on Clark tomorrow at 11 a.m. Stay tuned after this game at 2 o'clock. The men's section starts with Jamestown taking on Bellevue. Should be a good one. Owen and myself will be on call, but that will do it for this game. 82-69 the final. Northwestern wins and advances to the second round. We will see you at 2 o'clock for our next contest.
The team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on. Because no two sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.